Cleveland, Ohio, please welcome Jessie Tucker.
This month, right? Oh, okay.
Fighting out the red corner. He's wearing the black trunks with orange trim. This gentleman is a Silver Gloves National Champion, Ohio State Fairground Champion, National Police Athletic League Champion, Black Glove, DC Mayor's Cup, Junior Olympic National Champion, and Junior Golden Gloves National Champion. Please welcome from Washington, D.C., Mr. Dominique Lee.
You know, it's just amazing. You spend half the time in the introductions announcing the accolades they have. They have so many. It's just phenomenal.
All the titles they've won already at this young age, I mean, is outstanding. His opponent is, you know, ranked number 3 in the world, so you know he has to be able to carry a good stick himself.
Dominique Lee in the black trunks with the orange trim. Jessie Tucker out of Cleveland, Ohio in the black trunks with the red, white, and blue trim. Some tremendous bouts here. Kevin Langley doing it right there. A little warning to Dominique Lee. Right hand there landed by Jessie Tucker.
Good move, very good move. Made him slip, mid-slip, missed, and got out the way. So
Oh!
Good hook.
Some great shots here.
You try to be composed when you're doing this, but sometimes
that's all you can say in some
There it is again.
Great body shots once again.
But he's coming over top with that hook.
Another warning for Dominique Lee. The combination is landed by Lee inside.
and this goes back a little bit to what I was talking about earlier with some of the fighters that we've been seeing throwing hooks, and sometimes a guy that's throwing hooks, he's not an effective hooker, but that's what he's ending up doing, throwing hooks. This is a whole different situation. This guy is hooking with mean intentions.
Mm-hmm. And a good combination there landed by Lee. Good body shot with the left hand. This round comes to a close.
And I don't know how do you teach that. I mean, this guy is throwing Mike Tyson like hook shots in there at this age and at this stage of the game. He's already got the fundamentals in terms of how to position his hips, how to get his legs right. Everything is just going picture perfect.
Take a look at the first lady of amateur boxing, Brenda Davis. She is the wife of Adrian Davis, but her contributions to the amateur side of the sport, not only here, but across the country, around the world, has been recognized very well. The very first female to be inducted into the Amateur Boxing Hall of Fame. And again, her credit, I still don't think, even if she has that very high honor, I still don't think she gets the credit she deserves, especially in this Washington area. She's done a lot of things for amateur, just like her husband Adrian has done on the pro game. She's done the same on the amateur game.
Very much so. She's very intriguing part of the amateur boxing in this area. She's the reason that amateur boxing has taken off and flown so well thus far because of her involvement.
They make an impressive duo, there's no question about it.
Second round, scheduled for three. These are three 1.5-minute rounds. Dominique Lee in the black trunks with the orange lettering.
And there you see, I mean, this little kid just go down to the body with right hand, come back over top with a left hook to the head. I mean, this is stuff you tell your pro fighters to do, and these guys are doing it with no problem.
And the referee Kevin Langley warning the lead corner for talking in the ring, talking outside the corner there. And again, the amateur referees don't make sound; they make mostly hand gestures. They do not talk to the officials, do not talk to the fighters, I should say, the boxers, or talk to the corner. They do it all with hand gestures. Left hand landing by Dominique Lee.
And every now and then he comes back with some straight shots too, so he's not just hooking, he can throw the straight shots effectively as well. So
nice body shot by Jessie Tucker. In fact, Kevin Langley warning him for boxing a little low there.
Oh, look at tremendous shots there by Lee, just hit to the body. Left hook to the body, hook up to the head.
not supposed to see something like that at age 14, 15. You know, you don't expect that a lot.
And then you saw his opponent just switch up, go southpaw, go to the body and back over top with hooks of his own. So it's a tremendous fight.
As this round comes to a close, and again, coming from the pro game as we do, we don't do as many amateur shows as we'd like to, so it's amazing to us some of the technique that's being shown at the amateur level.
There's no doubt about it, and when you see some of the folks that are in this here in the Washington area on the amateur side, and of course when you go into the Baltimore area, you see the same thing with some of the gyms and some of the events that they put on a regular basis. Many times the amateur cards can happen on the same night as a pro card,
Right.
or a big event that might be happening on TV that we may have to cover. So you often have the conflict, but when you can get away and see the amateurs, it's really a special treat to be able to do it.
Very much so.
Get ready for the third and final round. Here's another young gentleman who has been a fixture in boxing now in this country but around the world. On the right is the WBA Vice President York Van Nixon, whose definite impact on boxing in this area and around the world has been felt for many years. He's a former commissioner in the DC Boxing and Wrestling Commission. Little known fact about York Van Nixon, he was one of the first black professional wrestlers at one time. And he tells some great stories of dealing with Bo Brazil and Bearcat Wright and some of the great wrestlers of that era. So he was right up there alongside, and a tremendous man as far as boxing is concerned around the country and around the world.
And Gary, looking at what Jessie Tucker and Dominique Lee are in there doing, I tell you, action-packed third and final round. These guys know how to close the show, save the best for last, and close the show impressively. Not that they haven't been impressive up to this point.
Solid right hand by Dominique Lee.
And he came back, his opponent Tucker came back with a right hand of his own. They gave a new meaning to the word shoe shine a minute ago. Both of them were just, both hands flailing away.
Oh, there's that hook shot again.
And there's that double shot he landed earlier. Left hook to the body, left hook to the head. And Tucker coming right back with a right hand of his own.
He certainly is. And big straight right hand on the part of Tucker.
Second warning for Jessie Tucker. Left hand landing by Lee.
Oh, good body shots there by Lee. I mean, and Tucker has to let his hands go now.
Oh, Tucker swinging and missing the right hand. And I caught right hand, but referee Kevin Langley had stopped him. And now, let's see. Be 1 point taken away from Jessie Tucker. And again, in a close fight, you know, it only counts 1 point, but again, that could be a deciding factor.
And there's a big shot by Lee again. He's almost like a shark seeing the blood in the water now. He's closing in.
As this bout comes to a close.
Strong finish on the part of Lee in particular. And Tucker was game all the way through.
So another tremendous bout. This contest between Dominique Lee and Jessie Tucker.
It's been brought to my attention that the outstanding fighter of the evening will get these platinum gloves, invitational collector items, boxing gloves, signed by the world champions and our other fighters here, which becomes collector's item. These gloves being donated by helping our brothers out, the H.O.B.O shop.
So now we get the decision from ring announcer, the one and only Discum Bobby Lady
Ladies and
Jones.
gentlemen, the winner in the 90-pound division, out of the red corner, Dominique Lee. The belt presented by two-time world champion Isra, the Raging Beauty Girgra. Medal to Jessie Tucker.
So the Raging Beauty Isra Girgra presenting the awards, and we have more coming up here at the Platinum Gloves Invitational right here on H.O.B.O Shop's
Also has been
broadcast
brought to my
of
attention, in addition to
Platinum
these
Gloves
gloves, the outstanding boxer of the evening will be getting a computer donated by the H.O.B.O shop.
Very nice. Very nice.
Victorious Dominique Lee. Dominic, I have one question for you. Where did you learn to throw hooks like that?
I don't know. It just came up out of nowhere as I was practicing. And as I threw it, I started to like it, so I kept throwing it.
I haven't seen anybody your size throw hooks the way you throw hooks.
That's my favorite punch, so
It
I'm
shows.
gonna keep working, yeah.
Well, who are your favorite fighters?
My favorite number 1 is Johnny Tapia,
Okay.
2 Roy Jones, and 3 David Tua.
Well, I tell you what, that's a heck of a combination there. And what are you gonna do with that belt when you get home?
I'm gonna hang it up with the rest of them.
Okay, babe. Continued success to you. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Victorious Dominique Lee here, folks. Now back to ringside.